You're watching CTV.
The coronavirus pandemic has become a global health emergency and one of the worst health challenges of the 21st century. With a global infection rate of over 15 million and 600,000 fatality rate, the World Health Organization (WHO) has stated that there is no vaccine yet for the virus, hence the need to carry out measures of living with the new reality. The coronavirus or COVID-19 did not come to the world with just health challenges, but it came with hunger, poverty, and loss of livelihood across the world. It is in light of this that the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kegama, made a special commitment to support the poor and the needy in the Archdiocese.
For us as a church, we don't have much, but we have much to give, our prayers and our moral support. The little contributions we shall make will be channeled to those who are suffering. The St. Vincent de Paul and the Justice and Peace Department of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja are hereby being officially tasked to ensure that the little that the Archdiocese can afford is used to help the suffering and the poor. During the Cathedraticum, I had promised that the money you donated to me as your chief shepherd will be used to contribute to the new cathedral building. But considering the gravity of the situation of our people today, I shall now change my mind from applying the money you gave me to the cathedral building. Rather, I will channel it along with some food items you gave me at Christmas and at the Cathedraticum to support those who are in need.
Matching his comments with action, Kegama set up a committee called ABUJA Archdiocesan Committee on COVID-19 Palliative, headed by Barrister Joy Ohiagu.
The committee was set up by the Archbishop to try and see how we provide palliative for parishioners in different parishes who are vulnerable to this pandemic, as per hunger and maybe some other palliative that we can give to them.
After the inauguration, the committee swung into action, reaching out to the vulnerable people across the parishes with palliative to cushion the effects of hunger occasioned by the coronavirus pandemic. On the 25th of April 2020, the committee kickstarted the first phase of the distribution of the palliative, starting with the rural parishes in the Abuja Archdiocese. The Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kegama, flagged off the distribution. The gesture is being carried out to alleviate the suffering of those who cannot afford food items in the face of the lockdown ordered by the federal government of Nigeria as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Dr. Ignatius Kegama, flagged off the distribution at the weekend.
Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja put in place to see to the distribution of relief that our generous members have collected by direct cash donations or food items. This is ongoing. This is at the beginning, actually. So we want to thank our faithful members of the Catholic Church here in the Archdiocese of Abuja for their selflessness and their generosity of spirit. We pray that this relief in different forms will go a long way in alleviating the hardships being suffered by our people. And we call on other members, other organizations to also intensify effort in reaching out. At this critical moment, we are all called to be brothers and sisters of one another. So this is our direct appeal. This is not about North-South. It's not about Muslim, Christian. It's not about men or women. It's about humanity. So let's do the best we can from the depths of our hearts, be charitable, be able to reach out the unreached.
The chairperson of the Archdiocesan Committee on COVID-19 Palliative, Barrister Joy Ohiagu, said the exercise will be done in phases.
At the moment, we are looking at parishes in the rural areas because they are the worst hit. Though it's a continuous exercise, we'll also get to the parishes in the urban areas, but we are beginning with the worst, the vulnerable. That's the parishes at the rural areas, and we have about 38 of them with the Nigerian Correctional Service and 3 orphanage homes. But as I said, it's a continuous exercise, and we're going to get to everybody.
The Catholic Women Organization, CWO, of the Archdiocese also reached out to the widow with palliative.
The gesture is aimed at alleviating the suffering of the beneficiaries in the ongoing lockdown caused by COVID-19 pandemic. The Archdiocesan President of the CWO, Mrs. Mary Imazue, said during the distribution exercise that the palliative measure is to support what the Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kegama, has begun.
In continuation and in support of our dear Archbishop, we, the Catholic Women Organization, Abuja Archdiocese, we decided to give palliative to the Society of CWO, our organization where we have vulnerable members, especially women and children, pregnant mothers, aged women, the sick, and people with disabilities. So we had to donate 500,000 from our purse, and we went out to ask for donation from people of goodwill. We thank God, our target was 4 million naira, but we were able to raise 1.5 million naira. And from the 1.5 million naira, we were able to buy materials, items like rice, bags of rice, 31 bags of rice. We bought beans, we bought gari, we bought salt, Maggi seasoning, and then we bought tomatoes and vegetable oil. This is just a palliative to assist the vulnerable members.
On Saturday, the 11th of July 2020, the committee began the second phase of the distribution of the palliative to the parishes. Concerned with what is being described as hunger virus occasioned by the coronavirus pandemic, the Abuja Archdiocese has distributed palliatives to parishes across the Archdiocese. This is the second phase of the palliative that the Archdiocese is distributing since the outbreak of the COVID-19 early this year. Speaking, the president of the Archdiocesan St. Vincent de Paul Society, Barrister Joy Ochiago, explained the reason why the Archdiocese has to give out palliative for the second time.
We had done the first phase of the palliative. This is the second phase. You can agree with me that you will agree with me that hunger is still on the rise, and a lot of our people are hungry. The Archbishop thought it wise that we should do a second phase of the palliative to reach out to those that we have not reached out to. It's not everybody that we have reached out to, and it's not everybody that we are reaching out to now. So we're doing it phase by phase. It is according to the needs. So we have some items that were given to us from outside, and also there are some items that came from within the Archdiocese.
She also gave credit to various donors who supported the Archdiocese with the palliative.
You know, people have been contributing to the account that was circulated earlier on, and it is from the goodwill of the people that we have also got some items to add up to what we got from the FCT and the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Some of the representatives of the parishes spoke to CTV on the impact of the palliative to their parishioners.
We thank the Cardinal, the Archbishop, Ignatius Kagama, the Auxiliary Bishop, the priest in charge, and others, and also the camp people that made this available, and the Minister for Abuja for making all these things available to the poor people. And myself as a parish priest, I ask them to be praying for all these people.
It's very, very important and very apt. The first time they shared the palliatives, we thought it was all over, that we were forgotten. But lo and behold, yesterday they called us to come for our palliatives, and we are very happy to be part of it.
Barrister Joy Ohiago, the chairman of the committee, also stated that the distribution of the palliative is an ongoing exercise.
We had done the first phase, we've done the second phase, and we're still doing. There are still going to be other phases coming up. It's as events unfold, we will keep doing the palliative. It is not a one-off thing.
You are watching CTV.